Going into more advanced data types, you might have a data type where you might want to get a lot of information uh, as input. In that case, you can have a pop-up that displays, a lot of different controls and a lot of logic, and you might want to show a certain ASPX page or whatever URL. In that case, you can actually design a data type to have a button control. So let's go ahead and build a new data type. So let's call this CLS example button. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new class. So I'm going to say new class CLS example button. And we get a new button control. So let's change this to public. And let's go and implement the I data type 2. And we're going to use the Fluoride decision engine namespace, and we'll also implement this interface. I'm going to copy some code here instead of typing it in and show you. So let me take this code here. And in this case, we're using one of our helper classes to generate the button HTML. Of course, you need to put a reference to de-datatypes.dll, which if you see under assemblies, I have reference to the DE data types. And now we can go ahead and straight use this. So in this code, you can see I'm passing in the data type context, and I'm telling which file to launch. So in this case, I'm launching one of our existing, the rich text page in a dialog. And I've also provided the field name equals the control ID. And so let's go ahead and compile this, and we'll go ahead and build it. Let's go to the and copy the bin file of this. So we have example data type, and I'm going to go and paste that into my Fluoride bin folder. And we have to now go and reload the UI, and this will take a 30 seconds maybe to load. So let's continue once this UI loads. Now that the UI is loaded, let's go and auto detect and configure the new data type. So I'm going to go to auto detect. So you can see the example button came up. So let's go ahead and auto configure it. And now it's configured. Now we'll have to also add input to one of the steps. So let's go ahead and take the decision step as an example. And let's add a new input, and let's call it detail info. And for the data type, we're going to use our example button. And I'm going to add, I'm going to say required and say add. Now that's added, now we can go and test out this data type with the decision step. So let me go ahead and open one of our forms processes. And here we have a decision step. And if I click on this, you can see I have an input called detail information, and with this little button control. And if I click on that, I get the rich text editor. So I can type in anything I want here. Let's say this is a cool example, and save that. And if I go back to this data type, you can see it will bring back that particular content that I saved. So this is an example of how to build a button-based data type control that can open up another URL or another file and have that data stored back into our step. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you learned how to build a button-based data type control. Thank you.